Hey guys, it's Daniel. I'm going to be reviewing a classic pay-per-view event, one of the greatest pay-per-views of all time, and for WCW, and that is Bash at the Beach 1996. This event took place in Daytona Beach, Florida, July the 7th, 1996, which is 29 years ago today. 29 years ago, Hulk Hogan shocked the world and turned heel. So we'll talk about that very soon. But let's talk. I'm going to talk about some of the matches on the show too. You got Rey Mysterio versus Psychosis, which is one of the best openers I've ever seen for a pay per view. If you can include Bret and Owen Hart in WrestleMania 10. I mean, these guys were just doing all kinds of flips, all kinds of crazy shit. I mean, Rey Mysterio was in his prime here. Rey Mysterio was legit in his prime. He was 21 here too, so this was his first year in WCW. And you could just see the talent in Rey Mysterio with the flips and the stuff he was doing on Psychosis in this match. So just a great opener. One of the best openers I've ever seen for a pay-per-view. Rey Mysterio and Psychosis. You got another match, Disco Inferno versus Dean Malenko. Just an epic match. These guys were just pounding each other, going in. I mean, Dean Malenko was just, he was a badass. I mean, Dean Malenko doesn't get that much credit. I mean, the guy was just bone down to the ball, serious. He was a badass. He didn't talk, but he can wrestle his ass off. I mean, him and Disco Inferno put on a clinic in this match. I mean, I thought Disco Inferno probably should have just won the damn match. I mean, he was just going at it with Dean. Dean was pounding him. He pounded him back. But no, Dean Malenko retained his cruiserweight title and won. But the match was just classic. You got another classic match, Ric Flair versus Conan, and then you got Nancy Benoit, who was woman, and Miss Elizabeth on Ric Flair's side. R.I.P. to those girls. You know, two of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen. You know, they were just great heels in this match. They were just, fucking with Conan, and, just a great match. I love the interview before the match. Ric Flair was doing his usual kind of promo, and Nancy Benoit kept flirting with Mean Gene and touching Mean Gene, and Mean Gene was touching her. I mean, it was just a funny interview before the match. But yeah, Ric Flair. It was for the United States title. Ric Flair won the United States title, and yeah, it was a fun match. And so those are just some of the matches. Those are probably some of my favorite matches from the event. Now let's talk about the actual main event of this pay-per-view, which is the hostile takeover, as they called it. I mean, Eric Bischoff came up with this great concept of the NWO, the New World Order. And first, in May of '96, he brought in Scott Hall. Scott Hall came in and cut a pretty badass promo talking about, you want to go to war, let's go to war. And, within a few weeks, you saw Kevin Nash come in. So Kevin Nash and Scott Hall were together. And, as kids, we thought that they were signed with WWF, not knowing that they were signed with WCW. But it was just part of the storyline, this invasion thing, thinking that these guys were still with WWF. And, they came in, as WWF guys, not knowing that, we didn't know that they were signed with WCW. And they kept, causing trouble. They were messing with Sting, messing with Lex Luger. I mean, there's this Great American Bash segment where Eric Bischoff was interviewing them, and, he got them pissed off. I mean, Scott Hall hit Eric Bischoff in the gut, and then Kevin Nash powerbombed Eric Bischoff off the stage, which was a pretty funny moment. And we get to this event, and the main event is Scott Hall and Kevin Nash versus Sting, Lex Luger, and Macho Man. but they talking about this third guy, and Mean Gene was just great. This whole pay per view, Mean Gene was just iconic. You know, the speculation of who the third man was that was going to join Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. And the match itself is iconic. I mean, these guys were just pounding each other. I mean, Lex Luger was taken out in the beginning, but then as the match progresses and you get to the end, here comes Hulk Hogan. And you thought Hulk Hogan would come and save the day for WCW, and then he drops that leg drop on Macho Man, and the crowd was just pissed. They were throwing stuff at him. I mean, it was just one of the greatest heel turns I have ever seen in pro wrestling was Hulk Hogan turning his back on the fans, WCW storyline wise, enjoying himself with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and then the NWO was born. And he cut this iconic promo about how he made WWF and Vince money, and he got tired of the disrespect from the fans, and now he's gonna do everything for the money. He said, "Screw the fans." This moment was iconic. One of the greatest moments in pro wrestling is Hulk Hogan turning his back on the fans. I mean, it needed to happen because everybody was getting tired of Hulk Hogan and his Hulkamania nonsense. I mean, and it was Eric Bischoff's idea to turn Hulk Hogan heel. So it was a great idea. One of the best promos I've heard Hulk Hogan cut. And it was the truth. And we, as wrestling fans, won after this night because what we got was the Monday Night Wars. We got the Attitude Era. I mean, we got so many things because of this promo, because of this event. We got Stone Cold, we got The Rock, we got Stone Cold versus Vince, we got Ministry Undertaker, we got Kane, we got DX, we got all these groups and all these characters because of this event. This event was a game changer. Bash at the Beach 1996 for WCW is one of the best pay-per-views I have ever seen in my entire life. It's right up there with the King of the Ring 96. I mean, you could debate which moment was more better. I mean, Stone Cold, with his Austin 316 speech, or Hulk Hogan turning heel. I mean, it's a great debate. But I'm glad I have both these events, King of the Ring 1996 and Bash at the Beach 1996, because these events and these two guys, Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold, changed the face of wrestling with their characters and their and both of their respected companies. So Hulk Hogan turning heel and just trashing the fans was the best thing I've ever seen and will ever see in pro wrestling. The crowd was pissed. They were throwing all kinds of crap at him, all kinds of stuff at these guys. Eric Bischoff, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Hulk Hogan changed the business. And I thank all four of these guys. I mean, yeah, I don't like Hulk Hogan personally because of the racist stuff he's been saying and, his alignment with Donald Trump and all that. But Hulk Hogan's a legend. You gotta give him respect for what he did in the business and what he did this night, 29 years ago today, which is turning heel. Because again, we got the Attitude Era and we got the best time in pro wrestling because of this event. So I highly suggest you go check out this event, check out the moment itself, and RIP to, there's a lot of wrestlers that are deceased here. I mean, RIP to them. And this event is iconic. I mean, Hulk Hogan turning heel changed the business. Just like he changed the business in the 80s with Hulkamania, he changed the business here in the mid-90s with this heel turn in the NWO. And the NWO became very popular. So, yeah, this is a great event. Everybody should check it out. Everybody should have this, whether DVD, VHS in your wrestling collection. Go get it. And love him or hate him, like I said, Hulk Hogan is the man, and he changed the business with this heel turn. So, like and comment, and tell me you guys' memories of this event and your memories of Hulk Hogan's heel turn. Take care.